All right, welcome back to my channel. This is Architect Delane. This video is about a very powerful setup, a very minimum setup, but it's very powerful, okay? This thing could serve a lot of purposes. If you travel a lot, if you're in hotel rooms a lot, in business, you don't trust the network. Some people are like, nomads that like to travel, living out of their van. But even if you don't travel, let's just say you live with your parents, you want your own network, you're living in the basement and you want your own private network, or you're a college kid living in a dorm and you don't want to share your network. This is an amazingly private, very secure network. So let me explain to you. I have this set up just to show you the whole setup, but this is your internet. Most people who are in the tech, they recognize this. This is just an internet box from T-Mobile, a T-Mobile gateway. Okay, it says your connection is excellent. So we got excellent signal because we can move this around. That's what's good about being mobile. You could put it in the window, you could put it, somewhere in the house where the signal gets strong. So, okay, this guy right here is where the magic happens. This is a travel router, and it basically just lets you configure and secure your network in a very professional way. Okay. What I've done with this setup is I have took away the Wi-Fi signal. So I'm going to explain this in terms that is kind of for everyone. If you're in the tech, and you're kind of into these things, you might feel like I'm dumbing it down. It's on purpose. I'm explaining it for the people who, don't really deal with this stuff on an everyday basis. So this is a internet box. It's called a gateway. Most people would get this and they would just let it shoot a signal throughout their room and use it. The downside of that is T-Mobile kind of, or Verizon or AT&T, whoever you get it from, they control everything about your network through this. Okay, they control everything. They can see everything you do. They can see how much data you're using. They can throttle you down because of the type of data they can see. They can just see it all. So the purpose of this network is for it to be miniature, be powerful, be very professional, and be, very secure. So I took this box, I stripped the Wi-Fi signal away from it. There's plenty of apps where you can connect to that box, take the Wi-Fi signal away. This does not throw a Wi-Fi signal now. I bought this. This is a very powerful smart travel router. Tap that so you can see it come on. You can swipe through the menu, choose different things. Got a little nice, little cool little touch screen. Okay. So now I configured this. So it basically is the boss of this. All this does is just pass internet to this. That is it. This is my Wi-Fi now. It captures the signal over to this. It does what I say, how I say, shoots through this box to the internet world. That's basically what it does. Now, most people would say, why would you have this set up? What does it actually do? Here's one of the the most important things. This makes my network secure to how I want it to be secure, not to how T-Mobile says. So I put my own channels on here. I put my own Wi-Fi code on here. I put what type of signal, I want on here. Now, also, I've put my own private VPN on here. I'm going to bring this closely. And if you look when I swipe, VPN client, see that? All you have to do on the touchscreen is just press power, and now it's on. So the VPN that I loaded on here is now being cut on just at the touch of a button. This is what I mean by this has a lot of, controls and configurations that don't. This is way more powerful. So just like that, my VPN is now controlling my network. I couldn't do that through here. Okay. Now also for those that are very tech savvy, here's another cool thing. It actually shows the diagnostics of the machine, how much CPU is being used, how much memory is being used, how much, it's really cool. Okay. Now, beyond that, the other cool thing I've did is I've put WireGuard on here. WireGuard basically encrypts your traffic, make it secretive. So now when my internet traffic is flowing through here, it touches this box, gets encrypted, it gets, it gets disguised, it goes through the internet. Now T-Mobile can no longer see my traffic. They can't distinguish the differences. So if I'm, on YouTube, if I'm on Netflix, if I'm, playing a game, I got a PS Portal that I love to connect through this. If I'm playing the game, all they see is just the data flowing. They can't tell the difference in the actual internet traffic. So for you gamers on the go, this is just a little side note, little cool reason. For you gamers on the go, I have my cool little PlayStation Portal. I connect this to this, and now T-Mobile can't tell if I'm gaming or if I'm online, so they won't throttle me because of that reason. Let me put this up. So this setup is really powerful. I did this video just to show you how minimum you can be and how powerful you can be at the same time. This will actually help your traffic flow better compared to this, because this is fighting with a lot of stuff. You can personalize your channels on here. You can encrypt. You can throw your VPN on so people can't see your real IP. It's just, a number of things you can do. And I even put Tailscale on here. Now, some people don't know what Tailscale is. I'm going to make it nice and simple for you. I have a whole network at home that I built back home. So let's just say, out on business, I just have these two little pieces in my backpack. They're not that huge. I have these two pieces in my backpack. I set them up in the hotel. It takes a hot minute, just a hot minute. Plug up the power cables, plug up the internet cable, and it's on. With Tailscale, it's basically the site VPN, to where I can basically tunnel back to my home network and use my network as if I'm home. Well, I can't do that just through this. I need this because I can put Tailscale on here, and that way I can be in the hotel on my computer. I could be, doing whatever kind of work that I need to be doing, and I could be using my network at home. Not only can I use my network at home, with this little piece right here, this guy is so magical. I can use my home network as an exit node. What that is I can use the internet. I can use this to take all my little internet stuff, shoot it back to my home network. It goes through all my little security protocols at home, and then it leaves out and go to internet land. This will basically be an extension to my home network. And that's the main reason why I got it, because I have a very, I have a very custom built up network at my house, and I wanted to use it while I was on the road. Well, even if you don't go that deep, all you have to do is get you an internet box. Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, does not matter. You a college kid, you in your dorm room, you're tired of the sucky Wi-Fi, get you an internet box. Okay? Get you a mini travel router. This thing was 130 bucks. I'm probably going to connect the link in the description. This is 130 bucks. It's nothing insane. Connect these two. Customize this. If you want me to show you a video on how I customize these things, how I put Tailscale on here, how I put my VPN on there, how I use Tailscale to, do a VPN tunnel back to my house, I will do a video for that. Just leave a comment below and just say, hey, we like to see how you configured it. But this is just a really, really cool setup. It makes you're doing your business on the road, you're doing your business in your dorm room, you're doing whatever you like, in privacy at your parents' house, if you're staying with your parents for the moment. Internet box, travel router, very secure, insanely secure for not a lot of money. I think I pay about 50 bucks a month for this. I literally pay $50 a month for this internet. It is amazing. And the other amazing thing is it naturally is going to work, just better. It's going to be smoother because you are going to be the only person on it. That's half the battle. When you go to a hotel and you're sharing that internet with 30 other people, everybody in tech knows that that's part of the problem. When you're at the house and you're sharing your internet with, 12 people in the house on the holidays, that's part of the problem. When you have your own personal gateway, your own personal internet box, and your own personal router, and you're the only one on it, it runs amazingly. You don't need that much, you don't need that much internet for it to feel smooth and snappy because you're the only one on it, and that's half the battle. So I hope this video helped, man. If you want to see me go into how I customize this thing, I definitely will. Just hit me with a like, hit me with a comment. This is a really, really cool setup. I take this everywhere I go. A book bag, MacBook, cords, these two items, and that's it. And I'm gone, man. Y'all be good. Y'all be easy. Till next time, I'll come out with some more videos. But get this if you travel. Get this if you want your own personal connection in the house that you don't want nobody else on. Get this if you want to get on the line in total privacy. Get this right here.